2 of why I think time moves in the Fibonacci sequence. If you have not already seen part 1, go and watch that first. A lot of people pointed out that if time moves in the Fibonacci sequence, this is why it feels like every year goes by faster. Because you see that opening getting smaller and smaller towards the top. But it only feels like it's going faster to us from our perspective. Because when you are inside of the Fibonacci sequence, it would be ever expanding times infinity. It would never end. But when you look at it like this, it looks biggest at the bottom, smallest at the top. I think that this also explains why history has a tendency to repeat itself. Let's say that you made a really big mistake here and you didn't completely learn the lesson. When you circle back around to that same point, just from a higher perspective, you might get hit with the same lesson again in a different font. I've had this happen to me so many times, and it didn't stop coming until I finally learned the lesson and I broke the cycle. Are you catching on? Also, when you look at water in nature, it is always moving in the Fibonacci sequence, and water holds memory. So if you could get one of those spinny water things, the Mayu filter, it literally is supposed to mimic how nature operates in water by spinning the water with the Fibonacci sequence. When a seedling sprouts, it sprouts in the Fibonacci sequence. Look at all these different species of animals. When it begins as an embryo, they all look almost identical, and they start in the Fibonacci sequence. Our DNA is in the Fibonacci sequence. When an animal dies, it shrivels up and we go back into that fetal position into the Fibonacci sequence. Everything in the entire universe starts and ends this way. It grows in this way. So why would the energetics be any different? Why would this not be the energetic architecture of our lives? Why would it not be the way that time moves? Maybe there's a reason that clocks are made in a circle. I also saw a lot of people talking about numerology and how every single number adds up to a number between 1 through 9. But even if you look at the number 9, it's in the Fibonacci sequence. And what the number 9 represents in numerology is a closing of a cycle. So if our DNA is growing in this pattern on a molecular level, everything that you see in nature is doing this pattern, then why would time be any different? Space, time, and quantum physics are literally my Roman Empire. I think about the block theory and what I'm doing in a parallel reality at least 30 times a day.